Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our xCite presenter today, Shwetha Shankar from Creative Vision Teaching, to present to us on valuing partnerships for success. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shwetha Shankar.
The thing that I've just shared with you is a metadynamic spiritual alignment model that we've learned through the Coaching Institute by Sharon CS, and then all of these wonderful, amazing coaches who use it on a daily basis. So this forms the basic in terms of you have your environment on page 2. If you can see, there's an environment, there's a structure, there's implementation, and people. And what we find with most businesses and the business that I was right now talking to you about is most of us get stuck up in the implementation and the people bits. Where we're like, oh, okay, so that person said this and this person said that, and oh my goodness, now what do I do, and things like that. And we want to really see to it that we feel empowered and elevated. So think and act from the perspective of, okay, what is our vision, and go from the environment bits of it, which we think is going to be massive in terms of we've seen productivity increase when you know exactly where you're at. You focus on what you want to do moving forward. Is it okay for me to just look into my phone as I talk to you? Okay, great. Awesome. So we've seen them make a lot more strategic decision making along with seeing to it that they're very focused with where their team culture is, and that also helps you with identifying gaps. Literally helps you with thinking and how you think as a leader, or any decision that you have to make on a daily basis. So it's all partnerships. It's like a marriage. So when you're in marriage, you always don't keep fighting all day, every day, because we know what that ends in. So this is all about nurturing those relationships, really hone in and find out what everyone's good at and how we can do it. So when we give you this critical alignment model as well, the purpose of this is so that we can really see what drives you, what's really got you started. Some of you may be in business for weeks, some of you months, some of you years, decades. So regardless of where you're at in business, it is about rethinking, relooking, and redoing everything that you are from the perspective of, is this the best way I can do this? What can I do, more to bring in more in terms of dollars, transformations, whatever your goal is in life. Yeah. So other than that, it is really looking at what kind of culture am I, really breeding in this organization? And if culture isn't a thing, then it probably should be, because it actually eats strategy for breakfast. So we all need to really hone into where our wow is, how we wowing our clients, how we wowing the members that we have. We currently, fostering those relationships and building. And I love it what we do at BX, because we are telling each other and helping each other. I was just told just now that, okay, go buy candles from him, and I'm like, yes, that's how we do it. So it's really seeing to it that, having those strengths and having the thing about connecting with people as you do this. So that's where people come into the picture as well. When we look at these 4 things, it's making everyone aware of, first, with the environment bit, it's going to be your vision, it's going to be your mission, it's going to be your structure. It's from there you move into the structure bits. So when you're looking into structure, it's really looking at, okay, so which are the different areas that I want to focus on? What are the different departments? What am I establishing in each department? How is that going to help me with my revenue? Next bit is going to be really establishing the processes, which will be implementation bits. So the 2 of them, the partners that we're currently working with, they have actually reduced 60% of their time in which they would otherwise do with doubling up the work, because they were both doing the exact same thing in 2 different ways. And now they're spending more time with their families, which has been phenomenal, because I receive calls from their wives and they're telling me, oh my goodness, my husband's here. I can see him up to 17 years. So it's that, and also it's the most important bit after you then set that implementation of the roles is, okay, now who do I need to kind of work through with in these different departments and not the other way around. Because what I would do, that was my common mistake 7 years ago when I joined this, was, okay, so I need people to help me, people to do this, people to do that, and I never thought about it from what is it that I want to get done from the environment part, then go down to structure, then okay, like, and they need to implement, and these are the people with this particular skills that I need, because they're not jack of all trades that's required. It's mainly focusing on who can give me ideal results in that particular area. And that's why it's so great when you have people from marketing and other perspectives to actually come in and help you with your expertise and really hone in on that with the people perspective. So the tools that we use. So this is one of the tools. When I talk about ESIP, it is about having that leadership thinking style, which will help you with how can I organize my thoughts? How can I really, really ask those questions within myself and the team to keep them going? And the other things would obviously be you figuring out what is your personality and what is the personality of all of the other people who you work with, and how can we gel along well, and how it all mixes together. In terms of having this, so both of them, when we worked around with them, so we started working with these two business partners 2 years ago. And when we did that, as I mentioned, the annual turnover was 250K. Now that they had this structure in place, the environment was looked after because they knew exactly what they wanted to focus on. When they had their structure, they realized that there were so many things that they could do in addition to just having a place where they could teach. So now they've opened different organizations, rather they have 4 different businesses in the last 2 years, and they've hit $2.5 million just this year. So obviously the goal next year is to smash that by going double. However, it's really looking into, oh my goodness, that could have been my profit like 5 years ago. What the fuck was I thinking? So it's getting to those realizations where you're allowing yourself to have a breakthrough and being like, okay, how can I move forward and really, really want to do this? So that's what ESIP has done for ourselves as well. We started off with basically having a fitness center doing mindset nutrition training. Then we're like, okay, I like the mindset bits, let's do more of that. We went into doing coaching. We did life coaching. From there we went on to business coaching, leadership coaching, and there's heaps of other avenues when you really think of, okay, I want to do more in this particular area. That's when you come from the environment of what is my value, what is my vision. Seeing to it that you and your partner are on the same page, and if you're not able to communicate that with being confident enough to do that, then that's going to be a challenge. So we come in there for the same things as well. However, that's what we've seen with our clients. So why it matters what your vision and mission is. And I would really, really love for all of you to write it down, because 2022 is here. Your goals, your vision, your mission might be changing constantly at a rapid rate, given that I know that you're getting there at a faster pace, given that you're all here in this room. And also, what are your values, and really aligning that with, people that you work with, your managers, your teams, all of the things, all of the stuff that you work with, to really figure out whether you're working in tandem or you're doubling up the work. Save your time, save your productivity, and really, really have fun while you're at it. And if fun is not part of your value, then I will probably come there to instill it in that. Beautiful, love it. Lots of energy, lots of excitement, and that's what the businesses and partnerships is meant to be. And if you say otherwise, then I have no words for you. But would there be anyone who has any particular questions when it comes to ESIP or any tools, dynamics, anything?
Is this your business partner?
That's my business partner, Audrey.
How long have you guys been running this?
6 years now.
Jesus.
Yes. Oh, and being women, we are really chatty, so you can imagine how much. She's my soundboard, and I killed her. Like, that's straight. Right? Yes.
I'm a soundboard.
Yeah.